What's going on, everybody? It is Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's your boys, Mike and Mish, with the Mike and Mish Show, with Mike all the way down in some other state, in what appears to look somewhat similar to maybe a jail cell. What are you doing, Mike?
I am in the Army prison cell, as they call it here, in beautiful Pennsylvania. Yes, I am. It is not bad up here in the Pocono Mountains. This is where people used to take their bride, and go to Cuddles and Bubbles, and they climb up the stairs and they get in the big champagne glass.
The
heart-shaped bed with the you put 25 cents in, and it vibrates.
Yeah. That's the same
when you
place.
Walk up the stairs, you get the champagne glass.
I think Lloyd and Harry were in the heart-shaped tub talking about the French tickler. Is that from Cranston, Rhode Island, where you're from? That's funny, dude. Correct. I didn't know you were in the Poconos Mountains. That's where their unit is.
Yeah, that's where we are, way up near Scranton. And you know what's in Scranton? The Office, right?
No.
The show The Office.
That's where this
takes place in the Scranton, and also that's where President Joe Biden is from. Couple little knowledge drops for you right there.
Wow. Hey, before we read our sponsors real quick, we do have 3 guests tonight. We got one half of one of the most heated title fights I think the BKFC has ever had. These two guys want each other's throats. But we got one half of them tonight, and we got the other half tomorrow night. Tonight, we got Bryan, Gallo, Duran, who's coming on. He's going to talk about his upcoming fight with Kai Stewart. Then we're going to bring on the heavy-hitting Pat Brick Brady, straight out of Philly, PFL veteran, turned 1-0 BKFC fighter. The heavyweight wants to come back. He wants to fight right away, and he's got some names on his mind. Then we're going to end the show with Jomi, Kung Fu himself, the Archangel, Escoboza, who's getting another run at Captain Deadpool, Jared Warren. A little shot of redemption, but this time there's some gold on the line. So Jomi's got some stuff to say too. I got to tell you, dude, before we read our sponsors, I got to shout out my Little League boys. We didn't win. We didn't win the championship, Mike. We made it to the championship.
Damn.
Here's what happened, guys. And I tried to pull some like Army leadership mind trick, fucking Jedi mind tricks with these kids, and it almost worked. They went down 5-0 in the first round, in the first inning. Some dumb plays, some bonehead plays. I brought them into the dugout after that, and I said, guys, 106-36. Does anybody know what that means? I said, everybody sit down and look at me. 106-36. What am I talking about? And they're looking at me like lost puppies. And I said, that is the runs you guys have scored versus the runs you have allowed scored against you this year. 106-36. You guys have outscored your opponents by 70 runs this year. 5 runs ain't nothing. Take a look at that scoreboard. Forget about it. Act like there's 2 zeros up there and go put some runs on the board, right? So what the boys did is they came back. They won the next 5 innings, but it wasn't enough to chip away to that 5-run lead. We ended up losing by 2. But I told them, and they're all, half the kids are crying after the game. And I was like, listen, it's okay to be emotional. This was a tough season. You guys were great. You were the number 1 team all the regular season. This is nothing to hang your head about. Think about it like this. You guys lost 1 inning of this baseball game. You lost 1 inning.
Yep.
You won the other 5. They're the champs. Next year, you guys are the champs. Let's go. And it was good, man. They all cheered up. We took some pictures. We all shook hands. It was great. But there it is, Mike. I know you. I know I had told you guys that were playing in the championship game this week.
I know.
I wanted to give you guys the update.
Man, I was looking forward to that win, but you know what? They did great this season, so props to them. Next season, it's on.
Even with that 5 runs, dude, 100. Okay, 106-36. 109-41 or whatever they gave up this year. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yes.
We put up juggernaut numbers, dude. So let's shout out our sponsor. Let's bring on some. You know what our baseball team name was? The Hammers, and we're gonna bring on a guy who beats his hands with hammers.
That's right.
That's right. So first, let's do this.
Sledgehammers.
We are sponsored by Bucked Up, of course. Bucked Up supplements, Bucked Up energy drinks, cleanest supplements on the market, best pre-workouts you can get. Tasty freaking sugar-free energy drinks. I know that a lot of people hate sugar-free energy drinks, but I'm telling you, these ones taste good. So get yourself some sugar-free energy drinks, get yourself some clean supplements, get jacked. Summertime's coming. Go to buckedup.com, use Mike and Mish 20. Thank us later. Mike.
Hey, dynamic life, sexual health, weight loss, and anti-aging. Retake control of your life by reaching optimal health. Visit www.livedynamic.com. It's the only online platform where you can become a patient in under 20 seconds. Also, check out their Instagram page at Live Dynamic. That's L-I-V, no E, Dynamic on Instagram. Boom.
Can't think of a better thing to do than get that Mike and Mish stack. Bucked
Do
up
it.
supplements, bucked up energy, dynamic life, live forever, lose weight, get jacked. Pound
Strong
town, baby.
like bull.
Pound town. Mike, let's bring on El Gallo.
Yeah, let's bring on El Gallo. We will be right back in 1 minute and 20 seconds. But before then, let's watch this.
Man, it's Bryan, Bryan El Gallo Duran, and you're watching the Mike and Mish show, man. Shout out to you guys. Love you guys. You know, you guys are family, and I promise you guys I will never let you guys down. 100% finish rate. I said it on the interview. Bah!
Hey, there he is. There
Y'all got me emotional before bringing me on, man. Damn.
Hey,
That was a great video, man.
This
Man,
was
thank
from
you guys.
this was from that night. This was from that night.
Yeah.
These things were all over that arena. Bryan, were you FaceTime with your kid in that video? Is that what that was?
Yeah. My son that I always speak about, Isaiah Duran, man. That's my son. That's autistic. The one that I always mention that I fight for. You know, is just that kid
Love
means
that.
the world to me, man. And he's like my biggest fan, bro. My biggest fan. If somebody believes in me for real, it's that little boy right there, man.
That is awesome. Well, welcome back to the show, Bryan. Like you just heard me talking about my kid, my kid's little league team. If you're not doing doing the right things for your kids, then what the hell are you even doing? You know what I mean? And we met your father down, I think, in South Carolina. We met your old man.
First time at
Myrtle Beach,
Myrtle
right?
Beach, baby.
Myrtle
yes.
Beach.
Stone hands, man. That guy had
That's
stone
right.
hands.
Stone hands,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, and you're a chip off the old block. I mean, he seems like a great man. We know your story coming over here from Cuba. Here you are, dude. You've come a long way from a lot of craziness, and now you are 6-0 with 6 finishes, like you said, carrying it into your first world title shot, man. Like what goes through your brain when you think about yourself like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and then where you're at right now? Can you even like fathom the transition from where you were to where you are now?
Nah, to be honest, I always wanted it. I always believed in myself, but I never like actually witnessed it in my mind, you know, this vivid, you know, obviously. And reality really hit me recently, like, you know, like probably like I'll say like a month ago, reality hit me that I'm fighting for a world title, you know? And it's like I sometimes like, you know, I still can't believe how fast things have happened for me, and I'm so grateful and thankful for everybody that believes in me, bro. Like you guys and everybody that's been there, because everybody put the little, you know, grain of salt, how you say, you know, to be part of the success that I have. Everybody has helped me in their own way, and man, it's been a beautiful journey. It hasn't been easy at all the last 2 years and a half, but man, we're here now, and like I said, I'm super grateful, and I'm just excited to show the world that I'm really the champ.
I think I messed up. I think I said you were 6-0. Are you 7-0 now? 7-0?
No, I'm 6-0.
he's
I
six.
just
You're
Oh,
I
right.
just know how to manifest. I know what's coming. I put it out there, so even he understands that that's what's happening. He's gonna engrave
Okay.
in his brain, and he knows that I'm the champ.
No, we got to talk about this, man. We got to talk
See,
about.
you even just got Kyle to believe you were 7-0. You see that? You see how that
No,
happened?
no. You know what it is? Sometimes I look
It
into our
worked. He
comment.
manifested it.
Here's
He
what it is.
manifested.
Mike, in the comment section, somebody bowls, beers, and brawls wrote 7 fights, 7 wins, 7 finishes. So
Yeah,
maybe
well, look.
he's manifesting
Brian,
it as well.
now he thinks
I
it
mean,
too. See?
I'm 7-0 in general. Like I have one like boxing fight, you could say, but it's really an exhibition, and I won that fight. Just it wasn't by knockout because there was 3 rounds of 3 rounds of 2 minutes, and they were fucking 16-ounce gloves. So that shit was a sparring.
I remember
Now,
that. I
hey,
remember that.
before we get into you and Kai, and we got to talk about the back and forth on the Bare Knuckle show, which was fantastic. It was kind of must see, right, for sure. And if you guys haven't seen it, you should go back and watch the Tuesday episode because it is really something. I want to ask a question in the comment section. Big Ben Vanaski, Big Ben, the biggest fan in BKFC, who is probably crying in his fucking oatmeal right now because the Sox are coming back and smashing on the Phillies. You shit talking son of a bitch. He was texting me earlier. He was like, "Hey, I got really bad service down here. I can't get the Sox Phillies score. Can you get it for me?" I'm like, "Your Phillies are up for your Phillies are up 4-0." He goes, "I know, asshole. I just wanted you to say it." And now the Sox are up 6-4. So right here, now the Sox are up 6-4. Karma's real, Big Ben. But Big Ben wants to know: has your son ever been to one of your fights?
Yeah, he's been to 3 of them.
Okay, so he just wasn't there for the one in the video.
Yeah, no, that one he wasn't there. I stopped taking them after my 4th fight, so my 5th. They never went to my first fight because it was like the first time, and I wanted to see how it went. And then I did it. You know, it came out pretty good, the result. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring it to the next one, and I brought them all the way to my 4th fight. But my 4th fight, it was when that situation happened with Aguilar, and I was like, bro, like even if I was good, like he wasn't really beating me. It was just myself. I was out of it. They were really suffering. At least like my daughter was. She was like sitting down there, like speechless, like in shock. She couldn't believe it because she had never seen me. She probably thought that I was her because I fell twice swinging. So I was like, man, I'm never gonna put my kids through until they get a little older. And then now I try to be as every kid has their own treatment, but I try to like be equal to all of them. So it's like if one can't go, all of you guys gotta stay, type of thing. Their brothers and sisters, they gotta understand they're all they have. So they gotta understand that that they gotta ride together, bro. Ride together, die together. That's how it goes with family. So.
I love it. Now, can I ask Mike this question, Brian? I know we're interviewing you, but Mike is away on Army orders right now. Mike, did you get to see the Bare Knuckle show on Tuesday?
I did see the Bare Knuckle show on Tuesday at night. I watched it long after, and I told some people, "Don't ruin this for me. I don't want to know." You know what I mean? All right, I watched it, and I was pleasantly surprised. I loved it. I loved every second of it.
So I know that usually those kind of shows are a disaster when they bring both fighters on and they allow them. It is a big mess when fighters are trying to talk over each other. But you guys were doing a pretty fantastic job there were times where you guys were cutting each other off, but there were times where like you would pull back and let Kai say what he needs to say, and then you'd fucking go right back at him. And then same thing with Kai. Kai would let you go for a minute, and then you'd start going at each other for a little while. Talk about the heat. Is it just that the heat is building up now that you're getting closer? Because you guys saw each other. I want to say it was out in Denver. You guys ran into each other, right? Then you were out. Did you make the trip to Salt Lake City? You saw him out in Salt Lake City, right? When he fought Howard?
No, I never went to Salt Lake City. No.
So it was Denver. So
Denver.
It was out in Denver. You guys saw each other there. New Mexico. Okay, so you guys saw him a few.
Yeah, we saw you in Albuquerque because I have a video of you and El Tigre at the table over there. Yep.
And then ringside. Yep, and then ringside at Knucklemania 4 where he photobombed you with the middle finger up. So now it's been kind of building up. It was kind of cordial at the beginning. You just telling him, I'm going to take your belt at some point and then whatever. And then the next time, and then the next time. And now, 2 weeks out from the fight, it seems like the tensions are at an all-time high with that interview on Tuesday. You want to speak on it? What is the level of like vitriol between you and him right now?
I mean, it's a fight, bro. It's a war, you know, and he thinks that is sweet in the game, and this is the reality of it. Like selling a fight is cool, you know, especially to prove that two young cats, two of the youngest guys in the roster, really, two of the brightest superstars in the on the sport. That I kind of, in a way, you know, he did wrestling and everything, but professionally, he did start as a bare knuckle fighter, you know. So you got to give him that. I never take away from anybody anything. So we first of all, like I said, we're showing that we literally are selling a fight better than the guys in the UFC. You know, guys that come from the UFC can't sell a fight like us. So that's one. Two, you know, I feel like in a way he's trying to like convince himself that he can beat me somehow. I don't know who his team is. I don't know who he trains with, but bro, everybody knows who I train with, and my coach is a stud, man. Like my coach really was in there and became a world champ 5 times when you couldn't pick your fights, when you had to fight whoever showed up. You showed up, whoever's on your way, you're fighting. Anywhere in the world. You know what I'm saying? The only guy that ever beat him, he came back and knocked the guy out silly. You know, so like I train around the best of the best, man, and I train with high-level wrestlers. Indio is one of them. Alberto Blas, he's fighting right before me. Indio, he's a fucking stud. He's Team Cuba in wrestling. You know, like you can't compare a guy that barely made the nationals to a high-level guy like that. You know, like the clinch work that Indio has is way better. He's a way better wrestler, way smarter, way faster. You know, I spar him every fucking week, 3 times a week. You know, like I train with other guys that they're not in bare knuckle, they're not in MMA. They're starting to be in MMA, the amateurs, but they came from Cuba and they're wrestlers, high-level wrestlers that are learning how to strike and stuff, you know, and they've been helping me all camp, bro. And I'm not saying I'm looking for the clinch, but if we land in the clinch, he's fucked. Because I'm a way stronger guy. I hit way harder. I want to be up close. You guys seen me fight since my first fight. You guys know I be chasing people down. And if I ever take a step back, you're getting hit with something. You know, so it's like, bro, I'm just excited to fight this kid because he's undefeated. He's the first real, like, you know, elite level, you could say, a bare knuckle, right? Fight for both of us. Like, he's the first time he fights somebody that's undefeated. First time I fight somebody that's undefeated at that level, 5-0, 6-0. Obviously, he got only 2 finishes. I got 6 of them, so that tells you the whole story. He says that I only fought bums. Like, how can you say that about Louis Lopez? We all know he ain't no fucking bum. Like, you can say whatever.
Louis a dog.
He's a dog, and he took you to the 5th round. He beat the shit out of you for 2 rounds, then gassed out. You know, and Louis said it himself. Like, he was more ready for my fight than that one.
Yeah, I think especially since like people might look at Louis from his last fight and judge him like based on, hey, they look at the record or the outcome of the fight, but they don't realize that dude just took that fight with basically no training. He was training for baseball. He come off the couch like a night before and flew all the way from Montana to Connecticut to fight
Took it on a day's notice, right?
Who was it that he fought?
Yeah.
Who was
Mike
that he fought?
Trezano. Mike Trezano, who was a former UFC Ultimate Fighter winner.
That guy's a stud, right?
Yes.
100%. A lot of experience. The guy's a superstar. Especially in bare knuckle, he's going to be a problem with 155 for a lot of guys. That's one. Two, look what Louis did to Kai. That's the real story here. You can't, and then he has the audacity to say that I got no power, that I have no chin. Like, bro, at least I give you your flowers. I said that you're good at wrestling, that you're slick. You got your thing, you know how to sell in a way. Even though you cringe, you still know how to sell in a way. You know, you get people looking. You got fans. I give you the flowers. How are you going to be so fake and not give me? That shows me the type of man you are. You know what I'm saying?
He's definitely Kai's done a good job marketing himself for being a basically I mean, no offense to him, like a no name. Like nobody knew him outside of Montana.
Yeah.
But you know what he's done, and we say this on this show all the time, and you do it.
Yeah.
But it's like what Lorenzo Hunt laid out the blueprint for everybody in bare knuckle. When you're not fighting, do whatever you can to get to the events that you're not fighting on, and just be there and be seen and be there with the fans and walk around and get pictures taken and market your fucking self. Because if you're not marketing yourself, nobody's going to fucking know who you are. And
Exactly.
Kai does a
Nobody
good
else
job
is
with
doing
that. We run into him. He's probably the second most we run into at BKFC events that he's not fighting on.
100%. I get.
Besides
But that's the thing
Juggernaut,
about me, bro. I give people their flowers.
Yeah.
I give people their flowers. I admit, yes, you guys are 100% right. You feel me? So the kid knows what he's doing. So that's why I'm excited for the fight. Cause he thinks that in his head is like, fuck, if I don't take this, and bro, you can't fucking play with me because I already know what's going on behind even closed doors, right? He was not gonna fight nobody to next year or the end of the year if he didn't accept the fight with me. So he was like, fuck, I haven't fought since I fought HD, this and that, Florida, Hollywood main event, money, woo, they don't got us undefeated, so I could ask for more money. Boom, he took the fight just for that one reason, you know? And then he's in interviews talking about he wants to be in the UFC. You already lost mentally, bro. Then I heard another interview that he said he never been in a street fight, bro. You crazy. It's like a random guy that just bought a gun last week, goes to the shooting range, says that he's a better shooter than you guys, and he's willing to die more than you guys for this country. Do you understand what the fuck I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you haven't been in that fucking real field, really fighting for your life, fighting for a sport that you got a fucking referee, that's what he's not understanding. I've been there getting jumped by people with weapons, and I had to fight for my life.
Let me ask you this, and somebody asked it in the comment section. Does it bother you that people that you have trained with in the past are now training with Kai, preparing him for you? You know who I'm talking. You know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Is that?
Of course not. Because there's nothing that God puts in this fucking world that anybody could come and take it. You know, he put me here in this sport at the perfect time. Used certain people that ended up fucking me over to put me where I'm at. Like, bro, the story's so perfect. I have a story before being a bare knuckle fighter. I have a story while being a bare knuckle fighter, and I'm making a future story even for my legacy, bro. You think any of those losers are gonna fucking stop me? Who the fuck out of that camp? Who the fuck is up right now? Respectfully. And it's none of the fighters' faults. That's the crazy part. It's none of the fighters' faults. They put the loyalty in the wrong places for too long. So you think people like that are going to put any fear in my heart? If anything, go. Try to help them. So you make him fail. Now you're confusing him because I'm a whole different fighter. You guys had me when I had no training, no nothing. I wasn't shit. I came to a real camp, started training with real people, a real coach that gave a fuck. Everyday pad work, everyday work 2-3 times a week. I'm getting more closer to God, so I'm more in my zone. You know, I'm learning more. Bro, like, there's no way of stopping me, bro. Sky's the limit. I'm in the camp where the champ was at. Palomino doesn't train there, like, he doesn't train there no more. He's a new gym, but that's where he was his whole fucking bare knuckle career and MMA career when he fought Gagey, everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the real camp where the dogs really, like, started, you know? So there's nothing these people can do, bro.
Does he ever come through? Does Palomino ever pop in?
He used to. Oh, this camp has been training somewhere else. I guess he's getting different work with different people and stuff, learning new things in boxing. You know, he's in a full-on boxing gym.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, he's doing his thing, getting ready for his next fight.
Listen, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, well, you talk about training and stuff. What about Hector Lombard?
Fucking legend, bro.
Yeah, because he's still around. He's still around. He's still around that area, right? He still trains down there.
I mean, he trains on, I guess, on his own like time. He has he trains different gyms, obviously. But me and him stay in communication. That's my dog. He's always supporting me, always commenting on my stuff. You know, always showing love.
He's a Cuban guy from Miami. I see him talking about bare knuckle more often lately than he had for a while. So I wasn't sure if he was training around where you are, or if you see him, or you guys train together at all.
No. We actually were planning on training together, but I guess, you know, he's smart. He knows what it is when people are locked in. So he kind of I guess, is one of the way, I guess, till after the fight so we can actually train, you know. Because, you know, training is really dangerous sometimes, especially with two dogs. Yeah.
You know, you were talking about Cuban fighters and Cuban wrestlers, and I don't know, you were talking about Hector Lombard just now. It popped into my brain that one of the scariest people on the entire planet Earth is a former Cuban wrestler, Yoel Romero. Yoel Romero is one of the most fucking terrifying humans on the planet, And everybody says it. Everybody says that dude's bone density is like something else. And now we're talking to a Cuban fighter right now who's working on bone density. And I got to ask you this, Bryan. You're what are we now? We're fucking 11 days out from the fight. So 2 days ago you were 13 days out from a fight, and you're on a live interview in a car, slamming your hand with a fucking little 4-pound sledgehammer with a forged Irish stout in your hand. So, okay. So I'm going to tell you this, that I don't believe that you drink Irish stout, one, because no Cuban guys, no Cuban dudes that I know, which I don't know a ton, but I do know you and I know a few. And I just don't see a lot of Cuban guys drinking Irish stout beer at noon on a Tuesday. So do you want to address this? Are you really drinking beers at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday on live and a live interview for the company that you fight for? Please address this.
Only God knows, man.
Come on. Oh man. See, only the most pickled drunks that are actually Irish living in Ireland are the ones drinking stout beer at noon on a Tuesday.
Any stout beer.
So
Let's say I'm the smartest guy on the roster.
I think that you're a genius.
I look stupid. I know I look stupid because of my face tattoos, the way I speak. But...
Well, so listen,
do you think a lot of people still think that? Because I feel like, and maybe there's a select group, right? I'm sure that there probably is a certain people, but I feel like I'm just so used to it. I don't know. I maybe I'm different than people, but I just feel like I don't even care about certain shit, and that is not one of the things I care about in life. That's even care.
I'm saying. People think that that I'm dumb, that I'm just this hood guy that doesn't know anything, that I'm just a guy that's getting here for the ride, and sooner or later somebody's gonna expose me, and I was just a street guy doing drugs, and they don't understand how healthy I really live. That's one. They don't understand the goals I have. They don't understand the pressure I have on me. They don't understand how many people depend on me. Like, people don't. I could have had a past, bro. Everybody has a past, and some are darker than others. Some are brighter. But the moral of the story is that I'm here now, bro, and I've changed. And things like this don't happen overnight, one, and things like this don't happen to people that are eating shit. There's no way of getting to a title shot in 2 years with no background, and just you eating mad shit. You're doing drugs. You're fucking drinking on a fucking Tuesday at fucking 1 p.m. Like, things like that don't happen.
Yeah. What I think it is, you got a bunch of people fired up. You pissed a bunch of people off, but you're just a product placement smart fucking guy. And the beer that you were holding in your hand just happens to be one of the new co-owners' products. Wake up, motherfuckers. I don't think this guy's real name is his name's not Bryan O. Duran. You know what I mean? He's not Duran. O apostrophe Duran. He's not.
Come on, man.
He's not a full-blooded Irish Cuban. He's not doing that.
Yeah, bro. Come on. Hey. And it's just like, bro, you gotta understand, like, that clip right there is doing so much for the company, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah.
McGregor is gonna run into that. And it's not even about him posting. He's been posting. I'm so fucking thankful, grateful that somebody that I grew up looking up to, and watching his fights and seeing the way he, believed in himself. And that's one of the guys that gave me confidence. I used to hear, like, the way he was speaking, like, bro, that confidence was gonna take him there. My dad used to tell me that confidence was gonna take him there. And I saw how he sold and all that, and he's the owner of that beer, how you guys said. So why the fuck would I not help the company? That's one of our sponsors, regardless, right? Everybody, respectfully, everybody holds up, bucked up. Hey, I want to be the guy that holds up the Irish beer. Why not?
Yeah.
I love it. Hey, we have a fellow Cuban fighter in the comment section, Mr. G Perez himself. And a little while earlier, he said, we love G. We love you, G, but I think you fucked this one up. He says it's called Die or Be Killed. Now, die or be killed, G, would mean that you're going to die either way. It's kill or be killed. It's not die or be killed. Okay. There's
that's
no
okay.
way.
That's the refugee in him.
That's okay.
It's die or be killed. He says, I love it, man. Hey, we're going to give you an opportunity. Guys, do we have a graphic to pull up here, Mike? June 21st. Hollywood Hard Rock,
Yes, sir.
Miami, Florida. Bryan Duran's back in there. He's fighting his arch nemesis right now, Kai Stewart, for the 145-pound title. This has Fight of the Year written all over it. You know, if Kai comes out there the way he says he's going to come out there, you're in for a dogfight, and a lot of people want to see this dogfight. So,
It's not Fight of the Year. It's Knockout of the Year.
okay, all right. So, hey, with that said, let's give you 1 second. Go ahead, say some last things. Anything you want to say to our audience? A message for Kai, a message for Connor, a message for whoever the hell you want to speak to. Take the floor, and then we'll let you go.
June 21st, Hard Rock Live, Hollywood, Florida. I'm about to become the world champ and new. You understand what I'm saying? 100% finish rate. Ain't no other way around it. You understand what I'm saying? And bro, I'm just excited for everybody that's gonna be out there, everybody that that is witnessing a murder legally, because I'm coming in there to kill. You understand what I'm saying? I never been so hyped about a fight. I never wanted to take somebody's head off so bad. So I hope you guys enjoy, man. You guys are gonna see the most furious fighter of all times. And his name ain't Mike Tyson, respectfully.
Listen, and like I said, I will shout out Bryan Socia's show again. Anybody who hasn't gone and seen the back and forth between him and Kai, when you're done tonight, finish watching this show first, you fucking assholes. After tonight, you go over and watch Bryan Socia's show. It's super entertaining. These two are fired up. The road to the road to BKFC 62 on the app is fantastic. Get on there, watch that, and do not miss this event. Bryan, thank you so much for coming on here. As always, it's always a pleasure speaking with you. And best of luck on June 21st. There's the graphic. Mike, you have anything else for El Gallo?
Man, look at that. Look at that. Wait, let's look at this again. Look at that. Top of the card, baby. There you are.
Yo, come on,
Look at that. Hey,
just look at that look, bro. Look at the difference. Nobody on that. Nobody there got the size, bro.
Look, it's Miami versus everyone there, right?
Literally, Miami versus everybody. We're gonna
This
take
card
over.
is going to be fantastic. I cannot wait. That is where we met you when you fought, and I have some footage of you guys when Kyle first interviewed you in Hollywood, and you guys were watching the fight on the TV and reacting, and I came across it recently, and I just love to watch those things and then watch all the videos progressing throughout the last couple of years. It's really, really cool.
Sure.
We'll have to put something together, kind of like the video coming into this. I have a lot of footage of you, of many people. I have a lot of footage with you. So,
Thank you,
hey,
bro.
good luck on June 21st. We will be watching. We will not be there, of course, but we will be there in spirit. We are always watching. So cannot wait for this. Everybody better be tuned in. Thank you so much for coming on. When we come back, people, we have the big man coming on, Patrick Brady. So stay tuned. We will be back right after this. Later, Bryan.
Yeah.
I love MMA. I love that sport. But this is fun, man. I'm having a good time.
Everybody says this. Everyone that comes over and tries it out falls in love with it.
Yeah.
So with that said, that's a perfect transition.
Yeah.
Are we going to see you back in? You want to try to get back in there and stay active with these guys?
100%. 100%. Yeah, I mean, look, anybody who knows me knows that, like, I'm going to have to die in the ring. Unfortunately, it's just a part of who I am that I'm not going to stop until I get stopped, right? And I have to find out things the hard way. Yeah, I want the best guys. Zach Callis looked great tonight, right? Like, he got a big win. You know, him and I hit it off pretty well in the back, right? We were in the same corner, and he was a really good dude. Like, he was open to, but you know, I'd be open to fighting him absolutely if he would fight me. And you know, Ben Rothwell, I'd love to chop that tree down. And, you know, and then who's left? Nick, right?
There he is. Look at this. This is the night of guests with no shirts on. If Jomi has a shirt on when he comes on later tonight, I'm kicking him right off the show. What's going on, Pat? How are you, man?
Gentlemen, how are we? What's going on?
We
What
are
is
good,
up? What
dude.
is up?
Hey, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on here. I'm glad you reached out. I'm sorry I fucking didn't
Yeah,
recognize
man.
your
What
name.
the fuck? You
brain
didn't even
farted.
remember. You talked to me.
Listen,
He talked me out of knowing who you were for a second. Did you see
Nah,
that?
it's all good, boys. It's all
it-
good. Hey, look, man, I'm not offended. That kind of shit don't bother me.
Thank you. So hey, here you are, man. We just watched that little snippet of our past there. Mohegan Sun, you made your debut after a nice run in the PFL. But you said you love MMA, but you kind of fucking love this shit right off the rip, huh? Talk about your first experience in the BKFC and then let us know what's the plan moving ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like, what a show to make your debut on, right? BKFC 61, Mohegan Sun Arena, the first sanctioned uh fight in Connecticut, bare knuckle fight in Connecticut, and I'm thrusted right to the main card. And I'll tell you what, man, it was really cool. I think that was not. I think it was definitely the largest crowd I've ever fought in front of. Even being as I fought for the PFL, the crowd wasn't that big, and man, that crowd was loud and rowdy, and it was a different type of crowd. Like I said this to a couple times to people, like the BKFC crowd, they want blood. Like they come to see eyeballs hanging out and shit. Like they're not coming to see like technique and submissions. They want to see fucking blood. Like it's
They want
that's
death
what
and destruction.
yeah. It was man, it was a really, really cool experience, and I'm super grateful to be a part of it. And I want to keep this train rolling, man. Like I want to keep fighting, and I want to go straight to the top.
So when Mike and I first started covering this, right? You mentioned a guy's name in there. I'm going to ask you about him in a minute. But when we were in Birmingham, Alabama, right? I think it was the second event, Mike, that was the second one we ever did, Birmingham.
BKFC 17.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
Birmingham, Alabama, bro. The first like three or four fights of the night, the crowd was like unusually quiet, right? And BKFC crowds are fucking hyped up all night long, from prelim one to the main event. They're usually fucking fired up. This crazy fucking dude that looks like the guy Jackson from Bloodsport comes out with the beard and long hair, and he puts on the bloodiest fucking war that you could ever ask to see against a guy named Bobo O'Bannon. And he just kept getting up. Bobo's rocking him with his Bobo's a big dude, and he's hitting him with these giant fucking ham hocks. Zach Kalmus was his name. You mentioned it there. Zach fired that fucking building up more than I've ever seen anybody turn a crowd up. That crowd went to 11, and it never came down for the rest of the night.
Yep.
It was unfucking real for the next like 8 straight fights. And it was because of that dude. You shared the card with him in Mohegan Sun that night. Zach's a fucking maniac. He's on a good run right now. You mentioned his name. Is that who you'd like to fight?
Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, I want that fight. I want that fight, right? Like I want that bloodbath. I want to test myself against an experienced warrior, right? Like, and I'm not saying that my last opponent isn't
Rumsey.
right. Rumsey, like, I mean, look, Rumsey, he had 4 bare knuckle fights, right? Like he's had 28 MMA fights, but Zach Kalmus brings another level of intensity to this, right? Like we were standing next to each other a couple times throughout the weekend, and he was personable. He was talking to me. He was bullshitting a little bit, and I like him as a person, right? Like he seems like a really look. I don't know exactly who he is, but he seems like
He's a fun, good dude.
yeah,
I
exactly.
like
He
him.
does.
He's got a lot of good energy from him.
Yeah, exactly. Um, that being said, I just want to fight. Like, who's going to push me to the top, right? And he's on a 4-fight win streak. And I know he's going to draw eyeballs, right? Like, you didn't even remember who I was, right? Like, I'm a nobody, really. And it's okay. Look, that's okay. Like, look, I know
You have
that,
a very generic name, except for you have the greatest last name of in the history of sports. You do. I know
Yeah.
you're from Philly. I know you're from Philly, but you do share the last name as the
do
greatest
love
football
Tom.
player of all time.
So what I'm saying is, like,
You probably don't
what's-
love Tom too much, right?
look, I don't hate
Not a
him.
football fan?
Listen, now, listen, I played 19 years of football, man. I
Oh,
played
yeah. There we go.
I had a long, lengthy career of football. And to me, it's just watered down. Once you start doing like fighting, I don't want to watch. Like, what's the best part of a football game? When a fight breaks out, right? Like, for me, fighting is the end all be all. But what I was saying, guys, is that like I'm nobody, right? Like, I'm a 40-year-old guy who just kind of like fell into this, and I got a quick finish, but I need to make a name for myself fast, right? And Zach Kalmus is that guy. It's you beat him, then all of a sudden you're thrusted into the top 10, which I believe he's in the top 10 now, right? And all of a sudden your name's being tossed around, to fight different guys, and I know, like, look, Mick Terrell's the champ, right? I actually DM'd him and on Instagram, and I said, "Yeah, fucking right, I did." And I told him I wanted to fight him. I said, "Come on, Mikey, give me a fight. Say my name." And he responded. He said, "Yeah, I'll fight you." He's like, "But I think you might need to get one or two more before anybody puts us in the same ring." And I understand that, right? But I mean, look, I'm on the show with you. I want to get out there and I want to talk fucking shit, and I want to get my name out there to opponents, right? Zach, like, listen, he's tough, right? And I think that he's had some crazy wild fights, but it's not going to be a crazy wild fight with me, right? Like, I'm going to out technique him. He's super like aggressive, and he's wild, and he fights a wild fight, right? But he also takes a lot of damage. Like the Bobo Bannon fight with him. Bobo's a little more of a technical fighter, right? Like I saw the fight that you're talking about.
Yep.
He's more technical, and I strongly believe that I would finish Zach round 2, round 3. And that's why I want to fight him. I'm not saying I want to fight him because I think he can beat me, or that, I'm
Right.
saying I want to fight him because I think I could beat him. And it's tough, man, because these guys are in the top 10. I got one fight. How many other one fight heavyweights are there? There's over 2,000.
That are sticking
probably.
Around.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, no, I'm sticking around. Unfortunately, you guys are going to be seeing a little bit more of me.
Good.
But look, I need to do and say what I need to say to get in some of these guys' ears. Like, fuck Zach, fuck Mick, fuck Ben, fuck all these guys. I want to fight them. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's how I feel. I feel like I'm better than all of these guys, to be honest.
I do. I think you bring a lot to the table for sure. And someone in the comments is bringing up Perdomo, who is fighting next weekend. Are you familiar with Leonardo Perdomo?
No, not really.
All right. So this kid is kind of like a hot commodity right now in the heavyweight division. Cuban fighter, powerful knockout artist. He's 3-0. He's about to fight next week, June 21st. If you were now, this is a good path for you. A Zach Kalmus fight for Pat Brady in Sturgis, South Dakota, in front of 30,000 people at Bike
That's
Week.
a good fight. For
August
that.
3rd.
August 3rd. Yeah.
So is that too soon for you? Because they just announced.
No, I'll fight them next week.
Listen
I'm
to
ready.
this.
I'm in the gym.
Andy Hall, you're in the comments right now. Andy Hall, listen to what we're talking about right now.
It is a good man. That's a good dude.
Zach Kalmus is made for Bike Week. Pat Brady is made for Bike Week.
Yes.
August 3rd, Sturgis Bike Rally, BKFC 63, 2 big heavyweights.
Yes.
Winner of that fight fights Leonardo Perdomo if he beats Steve Banks June 21st 4-0
That'd be- that
Perdomo
would be
against
good.
the winner of this one. You beat
Yeah.
Zach and then beat him. You're fucking on you're on cruise control to like Ben Rothwell or one of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Copeland, yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, why not?
Fights get made on the Mike and Mish show, Mike.
Look, listen, this is why I'm here, boys. This is why I reached out. This is why, because look, they don't come to you, right? Like my phone's not going to be ringing. Like you need to make noise. And
You do.
I don't care, man. Like, there's a lot of theatrics with Zach, right? And he's, like we said, he's a good dude, but man, I don't see it. I don't fucking see it. And, I'm gonna light him up if I get in there with him.
I love Zach, dude. I have so many.
he's a
I
great
know.
dude,
I know.
but I'm
I
sure
would.
he
I would
thinks
love
the
to
same
see you
thing
two
about
fight
me.
each other. I would love to see you two fight each other.
Thing about me, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I
Absolutely.
would love to see you two fight each other. He's a, and when I just said that, I was just spitballing off the top of my head. But August 3rd in Sturgis, like, is there more of a character? He comes out with his Jason mask, you get 30,000 bikers around. He goes in there against a giant fucking muscle bound dude like you. Someone gets knocked out in that fight, I have a feeling, and you know what I mean? The crowd goes wild. You guys get a beer. You watch Britton Hart and Taylor Starling beat each other up a little while later.
Actually, I don't drink, boys. I don't drink.
Oh, well,
I don't drink. So I got sober in 2016. So I'm active in recovery, and
Good.
I don't.
Good for you.
No mind altering substances for me, but I mean, look, I'd love to break bread with him. You know what I mean? After a battle, that'd be great. You know how he wears that Jason mask? I'm thinking about doing the gladiator mask, the Maximus Decimus Meridius one.
Yeah,
nice. Yes.
Yeah. What do you think? I don't know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I feel like
love that.
if guys start wearing masks, they'll kind of shut it down. But
you know what? That's another thing with this company too. And I don't know how much you've talked with these guys about, like, they do give you guys a lot of freedom to show your personality, especially in the walkouts, man. You see Lorenzo Hunt always has a great walkout. Taylor Starling dances her ass all the way down to the ring every single time, fires up the crowd. Luis Palomino comes out with the drums and the samurai sword and everything like that. It's super cool. It has like a Pride fighting back in the Pride days. It's not as extreme as Pride was, but they do give you guys an opportunity. So yeah, man, for sure, make as much noise as you can. And get out there and do it, dude.
I'm thinking about getting one of those metal helmets, with the points on the head, right? And then he's got the one bar down the center.
Yeah,
it's a pretty cool helmet. Are you guys familiar with the movie Gladiator?
With a sword and a
absolutely,
shield?
Absolutely, dude.
Well, I got the battle axe on my back, right?
Nice.
I have a Spartan. Hold on a second.
Is that like, it kind of looks like, are you into Norse mythology? I can see.
Well, no. So, I have the Irish heritage, right? So I got the Celtic knotwork in my, on my shoulders, my shoulder. And, I just thought the battle axe the Celtic battle axe just kind of tied all in together.
Yeah, I guess it did have some. Yeah.
I got this.
It reminds me of like Mjolnir, and like it reminds me of like Norse Greek mythology, like that type of a weapon. Just brings me right to it. I got way into that at one point.
Yeah, like what's his name? The dude with the big sword on his chest fought in the UFC.
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar has the big sword on his chest, and like I've seen different weapons tattooed in different areas, but I'm like, nobody has a double-edged battle axe, massive battle axe on their back, and but I do. So I thought that was pretty cool.
What I was showing you is, you see this here? This is a Roman gladiator sword. It's a wooden one. It's got the gladiator handle and everything. This was a gift when I finished my time as first sergeant of Alpha Company in Connecticut.
Nice.
They gifted this because, like, in the Roman gladiator days, when you won your freedom, because they were slaves, you know what I mean? When you won your freedom, they like handed you a sword on your way out into freedom. Like, go ahead, go fucking do your thing.
And by the way, that's for your service. But that's a scene in Gladiator, isn't it? Yep. Where he has that wooden sword, I think.
Well, I have to watch Gladiator. I haven't seen Gladiator. I used to watch it all the time
Yeah, I
back in the
think it's
day.
a scene. I think it's a scene because the guy who owns the Gladiators, who puts on the events, actually used to be a gladiator, and he was awarded his freedom after a fight. And I think he has a wooden sword in the movie, which is pretty cool.
You know what that movie did for me? And it wasn't until like recently that I could stand Joaquin Phoenix, the actor. He was such a little fucking
Yeah.
cocksucker in that movie. And when he stabbed Maximus before he had like go out for that
Yeah.
final fight, I'm like, you
Yeah.
fucking little prick. Oh man. And it's one of those things where the actor's so good
I
that
know.
I fucking hate him in real life now.
Fucking
I'm
hate
like,
him. Yeah.
it's like
What does he say as he stabs him? Smile for me now, brother. It's a pretty good.
yeah,
Scene.
fucking
You guys
piece of
gotta watch
shit.
fucking Gladiator again.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I gotta rewatch it.
it's been a while. So we got in like when we were deployed, we got way into Spartacus
Uh-huh.
and Kabadiotis, and he
Yeah,
had all the
Spartacus. That was an HBO special or HBO
Yes.
series, wasn't it?
It was Stars actually. It was a
Fucking
Stars.
gruesome.
Was it Stars?
Was it
It was
Stars?
Stars.
God.
Yep, it was Stars. And
What a good
so
show.
Mike and I are deployed in 2012-13, and there used
That's
to
where
do
we
like
met, actually.
yeah,
Yeah, thank you for service, boys. Yeah.
no problem.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. They do USO tours, right? Where like, movie stars and football players and basketball
Yes.
players and all the shit that come through. And they're like, yeah, the cast of Spartacus is over at the gym on base.
We're
So
like,
shit.
what
we're like,
the fuck?
what?
We're watching the show currently. Like at that time, we were like,
Right, we're like, this show is
seasons of
popular
Spartacus
now.
were going
Like,
around the base,
No
So
shit.
yeah, so what we went over there, it was literally like the dude
whole
that played
cast.
Spartacus, the three like main hot chicks on the show. It was like the dude, whatever the fucking jack dude with the beard was,
Crixus.
that Crixus, all the girls. Oh man, you should have seen the army girls just fucking
Oh, yeah.
like full. Oh,
Yeah,
they were like
smitten.
they were like, this guy could do anything.
You would
to
think
me.
they'd
Yeah.
get enough. You
They
think
were
they'd get enough, dude.
Yeah,
Listen, it
Pull
was
it
so
together.
weird too because we were just all watching this show like at that moment in time, that the seasons of because back it's not like it was a way long time ago, but we were still like DVDs were still kind of being used. We were pulling movies and trading them on hard drives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we're like, you got to watch this season, and everybody's watching. All of a sudden, the cast is there. I was like, how the hell is this happening right now?
That's
How are
awesome.
we? I was just watching the first episode, and this chick next to me,
Yeah, I
was
remember
just
that
watching
show
the
being super gory, and it was pretty intense with some of the battle scenes. I remember that.
I think they actually
Yeah, it was
dialed it
wild.
down like as the show went on, because I think people thought it was a little too cartoony at the beginning, like the blood
Yeah.
waves and everything was a little too much. And then they dialed it back, and when they dialed it back, it was still super gruesome, but it wasn't so like cartoonish. and
Yeah.
it got really fucking good. One time, my 08 deployment, this USO show tour came around, and the two people that were there were some like supermodel. Her name was like, I think it was Leanne Tweeden. Does that name sound familiar to anyway? Either way, if you look up Leanne Tweeden, I think that was her name, and she was like a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model or something like that. And Louis C.K. Right?
No shit.
Louis
Yes.
CK.
So we
Big
go.
Louis fan. Big Louis.
I love Louis.
Yeah.
So
Love him.
so as a matter of fact, my wife is in the army as well, and we met in the army and we're married together. So we deployed together in 08, 09. So we're like, Louis C.K. is over at the fucking MWR taking pictures and signing autographs. We get there. There is nobody in his line. Literally nobody. There is 500 fucking drooling soldiers in this line over here to get their fucking picture taken with Leanne Tweeden. So me and Amy walk up, and we're like, Louis, we're like huge fans, dude. He's like, you guys want to talk to me? We're like, yeah, we're like,
Right.
fuck. So we get our autograph, we get a picture with him, and then we there's like it on every army base in every fucking country in the world, there's a Starbucks, right? There's a
Okay.
Starbucks,
Yes, there
there's a
is.
KFC, they're in like little trailers. So there's gonna be a Louis C.K. USO comedy show, right? So Amy and I walk down to the Starbucks trailer. We go into the trailer to order coffee, and he's standing in line in front of us. Nobody's talking to him. right?
So
He's
crazy,
like,
dude.
and I'm
In
like,
the middle of the desert.
I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, Amy, it's Louis. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? And he turns around, he goes, hey, it's you guys. What's going on? We start shooting the shit.
No
And
shit.
he's like, you guys got a fucking Starbucks here? I'm like, yeah, we do. It's fuck crazy, right? It's like a deal with the army. And he goes, yeah, but somebody told me that you guys had a Starbucks, and I thought that it would be like some little shit thing where a lady pumps the thing and like her diarrhea comes out into a cup and then you just fucking drink that. So we're like laughing in there. He gets on stage and he's like, hey, he's like, what's going on? He's like, blah, blah, blah. He's doing his thing. He's like, he starts doing a bit. He's like, you guys got a fucking Starbucks. He was like, I was just in a Starbucks over here.
Yeah.
He goes, and it's not just some fake Starbucks. He goes, you got the whole nine with the parquet floor and the faggot on a laptop. With the jazz music. Oh my God, it was so funny. We were like, holy shit.
He had that show on HBO there for a little bit too. That was a good show, man. I thought it was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Louis. He
that
ended
show?
up getting
Louis?
Yeah, Louis, yeah.
Louis.
Yeah.
He ended up getting himself canceled because he liked to jerk off in front of girls or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think
he does have great comedy though. I think
he's not fully canceled.
He's back. Yeah.
He's back. Yeah.
Oh man.
He canceled himself though. He came out and admitted it.
Yeah,
and
he said what his problem was.
Somebody said something about him. He just came out and said, "Hey, I have an issue," and then people got all.
What did he do? What did he do? Did he like make a girl like watch him jerk off? Or
He
something?
liked. Yes, he did. He liked when girls would watch him. So like and then he came out and told people, like, "Listen, I got an issue. I have to make people watch me." And then he got himself like a little canceled. He disappeared slightly for a while, and then he came back, and now he's okay. But yeah, it's kind of a weird.
Do you remember why he got? Do you remember why he got like almost canceled right away when he came back? It was when there was like a school shooting in Florida, and all those teens were. Yes, the Parkland teens were like big in the news, and the Parkland teens were like, "You guys need to do this and this and that."
Don't get us canceled here, okay?
Yeah, but he said he was like, yeah, but that's what he was like. He was
not
like
Louis C.K. over here.
Yeah, he was like he basically was like, "Why do I got to listen to this fucking kid?" Right? Like he basically like shit on the kids that were from Parkland High School, and they were like, "Louis C.K. was back for 5 minutes, and now he's gone again."
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with comedy, right? Like you can't take what those guys say is serious when they're on stage, right? Like they're just talking shit, and that is what comedy is. It's like you can't take anything that they say serious at all. Like even if they are serious, you can't take it serious, right? Because it's a part of the routine. But
he was so funny. He was the sergeant major of the Army. There is a sergeant major of the Army, the highest ranking sergeant major in the Army.
Okay.
Command Sergeant Major Preston at the time was there at the base, sitting front row, and he came out. Louis goes, he's like, yeah, they briefed me before I came out here, and they told me I wasn't allowed to say certain things because we're in like an Arabic country, and like I got to follow certain rules. It's Sergeant Major of the Army sitting right over here, and he's like, but fuck him. He's like, I'll do whatever the fuck I want, because what are you gonna do? He goes, what are you gonna do? Discharge me? And he did a straight up Louis C.K. set that he would have done in the Laugh Factory. It was so funny. Yeah. And then he was like, where the fuck is everybody? There was only like 200 soldiers there. There's like 5,000 on the base. He's like, where the fuck is everybody? He's like, do you guys have a strip club here on base somewhere? No,
he's so good, man. He's so good. He's so good.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. Well, hey, we need to see you fight. We got to give you an opportunity. Say whatever you want to say. Some of the matchmakers are in the comment section right now. There's some BKFC people watching right now. Zach Collins is going to watch this show. I think we have some good ideas. You want to fight? Go ahead, have the floor, and then we'll let you get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I want to fight, right? Like, it's just that. I want to fight. And, if there's a plan and I got to wait, then it is what it is. But, like, if my phone rings next week for a short notice fight, then I'm ready to go right now. Ideally, I'd like to fight, someone in the top 10. And, I just don't think these guys are that good, right? And I'm not talking shit on specifically anybody specifically. I just feel like the heavyweight division is the one of the more unathletic divisions in all of combat sports, right? Like anybody who's, 205 plus in weight and is athletic at the highest level probably plays one of the bigger sports, right? Like MLB, right? Basketball, whatever. Um, but I just feel like every now and then there's a guy or two that slips through the cracks that is, you know, superior, physically superior than others, and I feel like that's me. And I just don't think these guys are as capable and as coordinated as I am. And I got into combat sports like I told you guys earlier that I'm sober 2016, and I got into fighting at a late age, right? I wasn't 36 by the time I took my first amateur fight, right?
Wow.
30. I was 34 years old by the time I took my first amateur MMA fight, right? And then I went pro at 38, right? Because COVID hit, uh and here I am, right? I'm 40 years old and I'm still new to like pretty much combat sports in general. And I just feel like I haven't been able to really show off what I'm capable of in either or MMA or boxing. And I just feel like if I get that chance to get in there with what is considered to be one of the top tier guys, motherfuckers are gonna find out real fast what top tier really is, and it's gonna be me. So that's my position. That's how I feel, and I just don't give me a chance. Let me get in there and give me a chance. That's all it is.
Let's go, man. I think that they are listening and they're going to have you back, especially after that first fight for sure.
You'll be
Thank you
back.
for
You'll be
coming. Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Thank you
Hopefully
for
in
coming
Sturgis.
on.
John,
I would love to see you out in Sturgis, man. That'd be awesome. That
yeah,
fight seems like it fits that card. So thank you
yeah,
so much for coming on. I hope they're listening. We'll start pushing. We'll do all we can on our end to push you out there as well. Mike,
thanks.
you got anything else for Mr. Pat Brady?
Pat Brady. Listen,
Let's
like we
go.
said, what a beautiful last name, Brady.
Pat the
Anybody who
brick,
has the
Brady.
name
The
Brady
brick.
is my friend.
The
The
brick,
brick.
The
Pat the
brick.
brick.
That's right.
Oh,
The
you got to hear the
brick.
backstory. Another time, you got to hear the
Let's hear
backstory
it.
on. Oh, all right. So here
Is
you
it too?
go.
Is it very? Is it like a very long, crazy
No,
story?
no, it's a quick one. It's a quick
Let's
one.
hear it.
I'm 10 years old. I'm spreading mulch. My stepfather's a landscaper. I'm spreading mulch in the mulch bed. Typically, I'm wheelbarrowing. Somehow we got switched off, and I'm spreading the mulch. And he said, "Switch back. Get on the wheelbarrow." And I gave him one of these. Like, I got this, right? And I woke up. He had an old F-150 truck. I woke up on the bench of the F-150 truck, and a face full of mulch. And I wake up and I come to, and he walks over. I look out the window. It had one of those triangle windows, right, like this, right? I don't know if you know the old F-150
Yeah,
trucks.
oh
They had
yeah.
a triangle one. And I looked
Little
out the
corner one.
triangle window because I think it was like, yeah, I think it like just snapped. The cold had just snapped, and I looked out the triangle window, and he's like, "You all right?" He comes over. I'm like, "Yeah, what happened?" He goes, "You see that brick right there?" And it had a hump in the center of the truck, a hump where the transmission was. And he said, "You see that brick right there?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I hit you in the back of the head with the brick. If you ever talk back to me like that ever again," and I didn't even say anything. I didn't even say anything. I did one of these. He said, "If you ever talk back to me like that again, that brick will be fucking waiting for you." I swear to God, he had that brick. He had that brick on the hump of that truck for another 10 fucking years. The truck was already 20 years old. He had that brick. That brick never moved. Whenever my brother and I act up, he would point to the brick. He would point to the fucking brick. So I adopted that name, Patrick the Brick Brady, because I want people to have a healthy fear for me the way that I feared that brick.
I
Damn.
love that nickname has been with you since you were 10 years old. I thought you
Yeah.
were going to tell us like
That's not.
you throw bricks for hands or something like that,
Nah,
but no,
no,
that's
man.
amazing.
Yeah. And it's funny because I didn't pick up a nickname until I think like my third pro fight. But I remember I was toying with the idea and I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna do the brick.
Love it.
Yeah,
The
boy.
brick, baby.
It's got meaning. It's been with you for 3 decades. So
Yes,
I
sir.
love that shit.
Yeah.
Pat, the brick,
Gentlemen,
Brady.
thanks for having me.
Appreciate
Thank
you,
you for
brother.
coming
Thank
on.
you. And go ahead, Mike.
Up next, we have the Archangel himself, Jomi Escoboza. He's coming on. Stay tuned. Let's go.
Jomi the Archangel Escoboza here watching the Mike and Mish show, drinking Cashier coffee.
The Cat
Drinking.
Shit Coffee, man.
Oh my
What
God.
is up?
Where are you?
My brothers.
Look at that background.
No, where
Oh,
are
I'm
you?
jealous.
We just chilling out here in Sunny Isles.
Oh, you look like Tony Montana out there, man.
Look at you.
I'm over here at my boy's crib, just using up the sauna room and stuff like that, and eating at some shavuot. And doing some festivals and stuff like that, some Jewish festivals.
You're a little hard to hear right now, Jomi. Is there any way to get closer to the camera?
Yeah, hold on. Let me go and get my headphones.
Okay. Take in the sights while he's going, Mike.
Yeah,
Hey,
let's listen to the sound.
Pat Brady, Zach Kalmus, Sturgis. Oof.
That would be nice. I did see, and I hate to kill this mood here, but I did see in the comments that Ryan Perez said that he does have a dance partner already. So I'm assuming he has signed a contract.
Okay.
That may not happen, but I didn't want to kill the vibes. You know what I mean? It's still just put it out there. You never know. Lots of people pull out of lots of fights. So
I wonder.
look at
All right,
Ryan, the backup fight. Okay, you see.
I wonder who he's fighting. I mean, Zach's 4-2
I
now.
wonder when he's fighting.
Zach's 4-2, so he's definitely in the conversation to fight like a top 5 fighter. So I wonder who they got him in there against.
Yeah, he could be fighting
man,
Josh Watson maybe.
Jomi does have a tank top on though, so
he had his shirt off. I was watching him I thought he was gonna come on with no shirt on, and then he put the shirt on like while he was in the green room, and I was like, this dude, I thought he was coming on. I was like, did he do this on purpose? This guy? Oh man. Yep, the shirtless episode.
I like Andy. Andy's always toying with us. He says he's fighting ... Just tell us who's. You can.
Yeah. Why is it always such a damn secret? Come on now, let it out there.
Hit us in the DMs, Jomi. Your picture is black now. If you can hear us, your picture is blacked out.
Yeah. I'm on the Bluetooth settings right now.
Oh, okay. Brady, AJ Adams, Brady versus the Perdomo winner against him and Steve Banks. Isn't Steve Banks originally a Philly guy too?
Is he? Is that where he's? Yeah, I always just know him as Thailand. Obviously, he's not from Thailand, but every time I think about it, it's all I can think of. My whole brain is taken up by Steve Banks.
Look at Big Ben look at Big Ben in the comments. Josh Burns versus Pat Brady and Sturgis.
Josh Burns versus Pat Brady. Man, that Sturgis is gonna be
South
crazy.
Carolina, you're right.
Let me tell you what. That freaking, like you were saying earlier, Cyrus Fees. Jomi, we're gonna take you off the screen for a second. You get your stuff settled and pop back in. We'll bring you right on.
All right.
So yeah, Sturgis, man. Sturgis is gonna be absolutely incredible. I looking at what Cyrus put out and watching like the WCW, the old WCW cards.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And cards.
Dude.
I said cards like it's a fight night, but you know what I mean?
It was a Monday Nitro or something. Like there was like a WCW Monday Nitro.
It's like they put the fucking ring in the middle of the just out in the middle of all the bikers, and they all flock in, and it's like friggin'
It's just a sea of people, dude.
There is an average of 500,000 people that come to Sturgis every year. And in 2016, there was 750,000. They said, like, that is absolutely incredible, the amount of people. And Jomi, we just saw you a second ago. So whatever you did was working, but now you're gone
close.
Again. Oh, here he is. Give me the thumbs up when you want to come on. Okay, here he goes. Here he comes. Here we go. Boom, boom. There you
There
are.
he
is.
There it is. Can you hear me better now?
Yep, better.
Let's get swifty. Let's get swifty.
Swifty, baby.
Mr. What 9-1 Jomi Escoboza,
Big number 10.
former BYB champ, looking to get BKFC gold on June 21st against a familiar foe. You got where is your mind at? What? How many days out are we? 9 days?
Yep.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
9 days.
Jesus, it's even what I said to Bryan Duran earlier. I said 11 days, but now I just realized that we're even closer than that. It's 9 days out. 9 days out. I would imagine like all the work is done. You got a week left to prepare yourself, but all the hard work's got to be done now. No talking game plans here, but where's your mind at 9 days out from a second scrap with Jared Warren, this time with gold on the line?
Well, my mind has been in this same state since the last bell, or since the referee called off the fight for the last fight. So I've just been in kill mode. I already knew I was gonna get the title fight right after I won that. And I've just been preparing. Like, I literally only took 7 days off because, the bare knuckle Chico, Ryan Perez, best coach in bare knuckle, he was like, yo, I don't give a fuck. You need to take a week off. Don't even think about fighting. And then we were back into camp. So, I took a little week off, relax, train. And even still, I was still training, I just wasn't training with him. Because, like, that itch, man, that itch to get this fight, and get this win back against the one guy who stole a victory over me, So
now, hey, we shared some cat shit coffee with you the day after you and Isaac went at it. You seemed like you could have been right back in the gym the next day, right? You didn't take any damage. I mean, did you take any damage in that fight at all? Were you cut at all? It seemed like you were pretty clean.
Yes, no damage, flawless victory. Thankfully, Baruch Hashem Yahuwah, the creator of all things, my hands had no swelling on it. Everything was good. I was surprised, that everything was just flawlessly. Now, he did catch me with one punch, like around here, this area here, and I had a small little lump. And I was like in the second round, I think it was, or the first round. It was like around his corner. And after what's the name? His girl was telling me, and his coach, they were like, when he landed that punch on the side of my head, they were all like yelling and shit. They were all like, hyped up. And I was and I seen them, like I literally seen them like jump up, like, oh, keep going. So it's like that shit. That was the only punch that really landed clean, but that definitely tightened me up and made sure that I was able to out grapple him and make sure he can't land any more punches like that, because we all know Isaac is powerful as shit and he can knock anybody out.
Man, so you want to explain to people what Jomi 2 times is?
All right, so Jomi 2 times, very simple. We have two of the biggest bare knuckle boxing promotions in the world, right? BKFC, BYB. I won the number 2 belt. I'm fighting for the number 1 belt. Once I win that number 1 belt, I'll become the first 2 promotional champion. I get it. Yeah, I get it. Mick Terrell, he won one over there, right? But in my honest opinion, that belt doesn't count. Why? Because they don't use the clinch over there. They fight 2-minute rounds. Cool, yeah, BKFC is 2-minute round, but they don't fight the clinch. They don't fight the dirty boxing. So I don't technically call that bare knuckle boxing. That's like some other shit. They gotta find some other name for that shit. But they don't have.
They also have like an 18 count, right? Like, don't they?
Yeah, is it 18 or 20? Yeah, they do.
20 count, 18 count, something like that.
Yeah, like how are you gonna win a belt with those type of rule sets and then consider yourself a 2 promotional champion? Like, if I were in his shoes, I wouldn't call myself a 2 promotional champion because I wouldn't consider that belt worthy.
Well, like they
definitely a champion there, but definitely different stipulations for
it's
sure.
a different sport. It's a different sport. It's BKB. It's bare knuckle boxing. It's more geared towards the boxing rules. Like they break you up, and if you hug, you break up. You know, except for I think it's a 20 count.
I think it is a 20 count.
It's weird. That is kind of strange to me. Maybe because it's bare knuckle, they give him 10 extra seconds on the floor. But with that said, it is, I believe, like you said, I believe it's a different sport. So you are on to something there. He's a 2 promotion champion, but not really in the same
sport.
Bare
knuckle
fighting,
Right. 20 count. Yeah.
So Jomi 2 times is basically, being the first person to collect the 2 biggest belts in sport of bare knuckle boxing with the clinch, and I'll be the closest to being undisputed in the weight class, which is unheard of in this sport because it's so early, and it's only the 2 belt era. It's a 2 belt era. So,
are you gonna I mean, obviously, it's a dumb question because of course, you guys don't get paid by the minute, so you want to get him out of there as fast as possible. But are you guys planning on absolutely taking the judges out of the conversation this time? Because you and Jared went to the judges last time. It did not go your way. I can imagine that's the last thing you want to see happen again this time. Are we going to see a faster pace out of you, more pressure? Like what are we going to expect out of you and Jared without giving any game planning away?
I mean, yeah, just like you said, it's going to be a lot more pressure. I'm going to do everything that I should have done in the first fight. I should have finished him with the amount of damage that I was creating in the first fight with just single jabs. Like, come on, I should have finished that fight. I should have either finished him or made the doctor stop the fight because that cut was nasty. And I'm going to reopen that same cut again, but except this time, this big old moose knuckle right here is going to be hit.
Moose knuckle.
So I got Thor's hammer right here, and I'm swinging that shit recklessly this fight. And it's gonna
Do you know what a moose knuckle is?
He doesn't.
I know what it can be.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. So you get it. Yeah.
I know what it can be.
You're going in there against Jared again, another tall, lanky, powerful fighter, which basically all your opponents in the BKFC have been until your last opponent. So, like, how much of a change was it to go in there against a short, little, stout, powerful guy like freaking Isaac Doolittle when you've been fighting guys like Zion and Esteban Rodriguez and freaking and Jared, and then you go down to no offense, a little midget guy like Isaac Doolittle, and now you're back to Jared again. It must have been a little different for you going in there against that stout little guy, right?
Not really, just because I have a long MMA background in amateurs and stuff like that, so I've been fighting all different type of shapes and sizes, pause just in case, but I've been fighting all different type of styles, guys like him, wrestlers, grapplers with his same height in my weight class or even in a bigger weight class. So I was well prepared for that fight. And I was just ready to go in there and show everybody that I can out-grapple the grappler and nullify his whole inside game and, just out-dog him. And that's what I did.
Right, and now you're right back to a big, tall, lanky guy again. So game plan out the window, back to square one with Jared. When you see Jared's progression over his last few fights, since the last time you guys fought each other, you guys have both been on a bit of a tear. You know what I mean? Jared looks pretty goddamn good. What about him impresses you?
I mean, he's definitely just gotten like stronger, faster, or whatever. Like, I mean, if you're training and you're constantly training and you're climbing the ladder, you're winning, and he's definitely gotten better. He's a sniper in his style. He likes to shoot, like, pick his shots, and he's not really a pressure fighter, and yeah, so it's like, in my mind, everybody can knock me out, anybody can knock me out. It's only 6 pounds of pressure that that it takes to knock somebody out on their chin. So in my mind, I'm fighting Anderson Silva in his prime when he did that lean back knockout on Forrest Griffin. That's who I'm training to fight. So and of course, like, in knowing all of his strengths, all of his habits and everything, and applying that as well. But I'm always on my P's and Q's, so it's like I'm giving him more credit always. I always give my opponents more credit than what they deserve, just to be extra careful and to make sure that I come out looking the same like I always do.
Do you consider being in Hollywood, being the home team advantage, or the Miami down there? Last time it was in Tampa. Like, does that play any role at all for you, or is that nothing?
Nah, to be honest, no, because when I was over there and in his hometown, all the cheers and the boos, like, I was receiving all of that energy. Like it's all the same for me. It doesn't matter where I'm getting cheered or booed. Like, all it is just energy, being transferred into my hands and, dishing it out on my opponents. Now, that fight, I fought way too relaxed and was very, how do you call it? I was too
reserved,
but like, how do you say? Like, I was too comfortable or
nonchalant.
Not nonchalant, but I was too content with the damage that I was doing already with the single jab. So it's like I didn't have that urgency to keep, like, put the pressure, come forward and stuff like that. And then
you felt like you kind of cruised once you thought you were doing well.
Yeah, I felt like I was cruising the whole fight. Like, he'll land flush punches on me, didn't rock me, didn't hurt me, didn't do anything to me. I was just like, didn't hurt. Let's keep going. Look at all the damage I'm doing. Like,
you didn't have Ryan Perez in your corner fucking cussing you out in between rounds that time.
Yeah, that's another thing.
So maybe, if obviously you can't change history, but maybe if you were with the team that you are now, in between rounds, Ryan would have probably said, "Hey, you're fucking hitting him with the jab. Why don't you follow it with something and fucking end this goddamn thing?" Right? That's, that's sort of like Ryan in the corner is a feisty guy, and he fires you guys up.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely the right person to get in your head and flip that switch. But for that fight, it was all me, because, like, my coaches at the time, they were telling me the same thing, like what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you fighting like this? And it was just, I was just in a way too relaxed mindset, and that, like, flipped the switch in my mind for, like, the rest of my career. Now I always will look back at that fight and be like, you idiot, look what you did. He didn't even like, walk me down. I forced the going backwards. Like, I made him chase me the whole fight. So it was just like, it was the dumbest. Like, I didn't never fought like that, not even in my amateur fights. So it was just like, it was one of those things where it's a huge motivational push. Now I always look back at it, and it makes me train even harder. It makes me go harder. Anytime I'm tired or anything, I think about that fight. I'm just like, let's go. It's, never can look like that. I gotta always outwork my opponents. I gotta always throw more punches, always land more punches, always do more damage. So it's like, it was a
huge wake up call for you. It was a learning. It was a massive learning experience for you.
Yeah,
right?
for sure. It's like a massive learning experience for the scoring of bare knuckle.
Nice.
So it's safe to say that this will be a great win for you. If you go in there and win this fight, you're going to feel really good about this because you've been thinking about it so often. I know what you're saying. The simplest thing in my life, if something doesn't go right, I'll think about it forever. If I forget like for bare knuckle, right? We're covering bare knuckle. If I make a video and I misspell a word, I'll think about it for 3 days.
Yeah,
a very different thing than fighting somebody, right, for your career. But, like, I will think about that all the time. So I can just imagine fighting in front of a crowd of people and a whole bunch of people watching on the app and stuff. And then you got to leave there and think about that every day. I would think about it all the time. Every day I wake up thinking about it, go to sleep thinking about it. That's how I am.
And it's almost 2 years. It's been on your mind, right? This is fucking 23 months ago that you guys fought. So that's a long time for something to be weighing heavy on your mind like that.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's not even weighing heavy on my mind. It's more like a motivational thing, you know. It's like whenever I'm tired, whenever I need just a little bit of motivation. I just think about that fight. I'm just like, yo, you idiot! Look what you did. You could have had the title already. Let's go, like, let's go, pick it up. Let's go, like, time to work. Like even in when I'm working real estate and stuff like that. When I need a little motivation, I just think about the fight. I'm just like, you idiot! You gotta go hard. Let's go, push forward.
How is the real estate game going? Are you still heavy into that, or you put it on the did you put it on pause for a while until after the fight?
Yeah, like I just closed on like I'm actually chilling here at my boy's apartment that I just recently closed at. Yeah, I'm just like I toned it down just a little bit because the weight cut and stuff like that, and just focusing in on the fight and everything. But I'm still networking and still doing that. But right after the fight, you already know if you need a buy, sell, or lease in Florida, anywhere in Florida, contact me. I'll fight for you to get you the knockout deals.
Is it
Jomi,
hard?
I'm gonna tell you one day. I'm doing that one day.
Hell yeah! Is it hard to sell like houses or places when like hurricane season's coming around? Does that really hurt the market down there? Like, isn't there like is it right now? Like, when is hurricane season for you guys? Isn't it like a month and a half of like chaos down there?
Yeah, it's like I don't know exactly when it starts. Maybe I think end of July, August, or something like that, to like September, October, or something like that. But I don't know, man. The way the heat has been in this summer already, it's crazy. They're talking about the waters, east of Florida are like super hot or super warm and shit. It's like the perfect formula for catastrophic hurricanes and all that shit. I don't know, man. I think they're gonna start cranking up that HARP base over there in Alaska, and they're gonna start sending some shit this way. I hope not, because I want to sell some houses and get some good training out here.
Google says it's June 1st to November 30th. So that's a long time for hurricanes.
That's a long time. Jesus.
I thought hurricane season was over.
The hurricane season's like half the year. The fuck?
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I thought hurricane season was over.
My parents have a house in Cape Coral, and that area got hit real hard with the Cape Coral, and Fort Myers got like wiped out a year or two ago, whenever that was. They said it was like a fucking, like, it looked like a war zone when it was all over. It was like boats on land everywhere, houses wrecked. Shit was crazy over there.
Yeah, man, things just like pick up and fly. Like there's over here when shit goes down, like even when there's like level 2, category 2 hurricanes, like garages that are that like the type of garages that are like that doesn't have a door closed, kind of like the open garage.
Yeah.
Those shits will literally fly off. Yeah, just literally fly off and land on somebody else's house. It's crazy. Look, yeah.
Wild.
I've seen that shit. I've seen literally trees, like the thickest trees. The big old trees that people put in their front yard and stuff like that, with the roots and everything, literally ripped out of the ground and on the roof of houses and shit. Like, wow, shit over there.
Shit is crazy. You know what's going on in the comment section right now, Jomi? And it's funny because your coach is commenting on YouTube, but Jared's coach is commenting on Facebook. And I don't think that either one of them know that the other is in the comment section because they're commenting on two different platforms. So I wish that they would get into the same platform.
We could just start bringing them up on the screen. And we'll start a second
we should start bringing them up.
So like, okay, so like, hold on, Jared. So Jihad, he said a lot of things, but
yeah,
I can't.
Okay, hold on, I got one right. If you want to bring up. So Jihad said, "It's crazy that you feel like you were robbed. I thought we won 5-0. I told him after every round." What do you think?
With the disgusting ass cut with the both nostrils leaking like crazy, sprinkling like this after the interview. Oh yeah, I just got a little cut. It happens every fight. Yeah, come on, bro. Like, I look at the stats. I threw more punches, landed more punches, did way more damage. You know, but it's all good. You'll see what happens to your boy on Friday.
He also
hold on, and I got that thing on me. I don't know if y'all see my last Facebook post, but I got that thing on me.
You get that thing?
Fourth time.
Yeah. Oh, so you posted it?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know if you posted. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't know if that was a secret.
Jared is gonna send them back to BYB. I'll tell you what. I'll send them back to that firehouse. And he's gonna be sitting there like, damn, man. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get another title shot. But after I beat him, I do want y'all to, get two nice little wins and come back to the title, so I can get that rubber match and beat your boy's ass again. That's what I'm gonna do, because it's gonna be tied after I beat him, and I want to get that win and make sure, technically, most people will know I'm 3-0 against him, but it's gonna be a stupid little rubber match. So, we gotta end that little tie real quick.
I do like that rubber match. I like that.
But at the same time, after I put that beating on him, he has to come back and he has to get two nice wins, against good opponents.
I'm putting this up so Jihad can see it. so Jihad, Ryan says fight was even going into the fifth. Judges went with Warren in the fifth, in my opinion. So listen. I
will say that when I was there, I did have a hard time scoring it myself watching it, and I will fully admit that when we are at the fights, I do get distracted often. But I did watch most of the fight, and I thought it was a pretty close fight. So when the fight ended, I did not know who won. I might have missed a minute here or there, but yeah, I thought it was really close, and I did rewatch it, and I still thought it was pretty close. So I don't think it was a 5-0 sweep, but hey, listen, if I'm your coach, maybe I'm saying that too. 5-0 sweep, baby. I gotta say that. So I don't blame him for saying it.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I gotta tell you right now, this fight card that you guys are on.
What a card. Oh my God.
I love the main event. I love the heat between those two guys right now. Keith Richardson's awesome. He's on a tear, and then Alberto Blas is no slouch. He's a bad boy. But you two, Jared and you two are like two of the as far as like guys we've become like friendly with in the sport. Both sides of this fight. I love both of you guys. I wish you both the best in this fight, because I can, and we stay neutral on this show anyway. I'm not going to root for anybody. I'm just going to enjoy the fights, and we'll talk to you guys afterwards. But this one here, I truly, genuinely like both sides of this fight. And we get to go see you two beat each other up again. You know what I mean? Who doesn't like watching their friends beat each other up?
Well, it's going to be a one-sided beating, and you're going to need to call an ambulance, but not for me.
But not for me. That's a good one. Dude. I love that freaking video, man.
It's fucking awesome.
That is a good one.
Jomi, and have you had any chance to watch any? I know that you're always in a lot of cool shit. Any new movies, new shows that you want to recommend to us right now? I could tell you that you'll probably like this. My son, my 13-year-old son, recently watched X-Men 97, and now he is like deep into reading the comics, and he looked up the movies in chronological order, and he's watching them all in chronological order right now. He is like fucking deep in X-Men, so I know you like that. Nice. What are you into right now?
Yeah, the X-Men, that whole 97, they picked it up, right where it left off. It's perfect. It's a dope series, and then dope season. And, it left off on a little cliffhanger where you're like, damn, I want more. Yeah. I'm about to start that Star Wars new show, the Acolyte.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
I'm about to start that. I was supposed to start it last night, but I took my reishi mushroom extract, so that thing knocked me out. I couldn't even.
That ain't happening.
But yeah, I want to get back. I want to get on that one. I haven't been too much on TV.
Training.
Yeah, I've just been training, and every time I take the mushroom extracts, man, that shit knocks me the fuck out.
So explain to me the mushroom extracts. How do you take them? Do you drink them in a tea, or like do you like eat them? What are you doing?
So like I basically take the mushrooms, the caps, take it, and then once I take it, it takes about like, as soon as my stomach starts digesting them, like a random door will pop up. It's weird. It's like a random door. Usually it's different colors, but a random door will pop up out of nowhere. Where a door where it's not supposed to be, and I just walk up to that door and just walk into another dimension. No, I'm joking.
What? What?
No, I don't take trippy mushrooms. What the
fuck?
I like that, training in different dimensions. I mean,
that was funny.
Hyperbolic time chamber,
Yeah.
Holy shit! I was listening intently. I was like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah, it was going in a direction that I didn't know you were going to go. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I had
you took me right into that.
Bit, But but the mushroom extracts that I use now is the Life Cycle mushroom extracts. They're drops. They're alcohol-based drops infused with cockadoo plum extract. And
you say cockadoo plum?
Yeah, it's an Australian fruit. It's supposed to be the fruit with the highest levels of vitamin C.
Really?
So it's really good. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the Life Cycle ads with Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns, Jiri Prohaska, a bunch of UFC fighters, Masvidal, they've been using those mushroom extracts for years. And when I was training over there at Killcliff, I've seen Burns use it a lot, and I've always was like, curious, and I just, for this champ camp, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna, make sure that I get all the supplements I need, everything I need to, level up. And man, I tell you, it's put me on a different level. I recommend it. Is it
the same brand, or Rashad Evans goes around?
Yes, I think,
is it like his brand? I see him pushing it all the time. He goes on podcasts and talks about it, the mushroom extracts. Is that the same stuff?
I think it's the same one as Rashad. I'm not sure if Rashad is on the same one as all these other UFC fighters and stuff. But if it is, then if it's the Life Cycle one, then yeah. But it's amazing. It's just literally 2 milliliter drops, boom, boom, and put it right under your tongue. And like in the morning, I take 3 different ones in the morning. Lion's Mane for memory, REM. You could take Lion's Mane at night too. It helps with the REM sleep, for memory, focus, the cognitive as well. The cordyceps for energy, for anti-aging, and I believe anti-inflammatory. Chaga is another one. So those 3, chaga, cordyceps, and lion's mane when I first wake up. And then before I eat any meal, I take the turkey tail. The turkey tail is like good probiotic for your gut. What else? And then at night, the night routine is the reishi, which is the one that winds you down. It gives you really good REM sleep. You get and it's crazy. Ever since I've been taking the reishi, I'll wake up before my alarm in the mornings, and then I'll wake up like eyes wide open, like if I got the best sleep I've ever had. Like I literally had the best sleep I've ever had on using the reishi. And then I also take with that the shiitake, which is good for the hair, skin, and nails. And like I've been cutting my nails a lot because my nails been growing fast as fuck. I was just like, what the hell? Like, and my beard's looking nice,
So you're the mushroom. So you are like the full blown mushroom man now, for sure.
Do you know the mushroom man? The mushroom
man. You can call me Toad.
The Toad. I just looked up Rashad Evans' page. It's not the same, but it's basically like all the same stuff you're talking about. The brand that he pushes is the same exact stuff. So I mean, I know
you gotta stay away from the cordyceps. That's scary shit right there.
Hey, that's some good. Hey, that shit'll get you right. Right
You know
before
about the cordyceps?
Yeah. Oh,
You know?
I know what you're talking about. The cordyceps. Yeah, the clicker.
Yes. The clickers, yeah, but then like in real life, that's real for small like insects like ants and
I've seen that.
caterpillars and shit. They actually do get infected with the same it's the
Well-
same thing happens to them that happens to the people in the show The Last of Us, but in real
Yeah.
life, you're like, yeah, the ants they'll
Well,
go
hey.
crazy and then it grows out of their head and shit. So
Check this
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Check this
remember
out.
this.
Careful.
So everybody that's listening and watching and listening to Jomi talk about the mushroom extracts that he's using, use his brand because Rashad's over here. It says right there, cordyceps mushrooms help your body create blah 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 blah.
yeah,
blah.
help create a friggin' crazy ass outbreak and kill everybody.
Holy shit. Don't need no clickers.
Hey, listen, the Power Rangers back June 21st. Jomi, Archangel, Escoboza, Jared, Captain Deadpool, Warren. I've been having fun making those like comic book graphics for you guys too, man.
Amazing.
Yes.
I love it.
I love that shit. And so with that said, dude, I think everybody's fired up for this event. 3 title fights.
much.
There's not much more we have to say about it, but we had to get you on here and talk to you about it before you go on. Take a second, say whatever you got to say, and then we'll let you get on your way, man.
So yeah, supposedly my team isn't shit, and like we're not going anywhere. We don't have any motion. I don't know where that came from. But I got word that somebody said that my team isn't shit, that my coach isn't shit, that we don't have any motion. I'm about to win the 185 title. Bryce is about to win the 155 title and the 165 title if he wants. We got. It's gonna keep happening. More and more titles are gonna keep coming to the team because we're that team. And Jared is about to become make history and become a 2 promotional champ just like me. So we definitely got that motion. We definitely gonna be on top. And we are on top. We already know. Like, come on, bro. There's nobody in the whole BKFC that's gonna beat Bryce. Come on, like we know that. Like that, he's the legit, like how you call it? Not even the boogeyman, because he's the boogeyman killer. So he's
Baba Yaga.
He's the Baba Yaga. So this man is literally about to wipe out everything, and he can do it at any time. He's about to go big in boxing too. So prepare for that.
Yeah, I heard he's going boxing. Actually, Ryan Perez was talking about that in the comments, but we want to see him in bare knuckle. We need to see him. He should be up for the title.
Yeah, that 155 title is inevitable. Like he did everything he had to do, in brutal fashion. Come on now, like this, like you can't tell me like this man literally took no damage. Four wins, 4 KOs, no damage.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like it's nasty.
We need to see more of him.
Hey, and then another thing. That's another reason why, Jihad. That's another reason why your boy's in trouble, bro. I'm telling you, Jared Warren does not move like Bryce at all. Not 1% like Bryce. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that he does not move nothing like Bryce. Not the power, not the speed, not the agility, not the smarts, nothing. And that's one of my main sparring partners. And he can fight both sides. So he's been sparring me softball. So bro, there's nothing your boy could do, man. There's nothing your boy could do. All work is easy work, just like you say. Just like you said, Jihad. All work is easy work. When I look at you in your eyes, I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna be respectful, but all work is easy work, You know this. You know your boy's gonna get whooped by the Green Ranger. Come on, it's gonna be embarrassing. And I'm doing it that way on purpose. I want to make it embarrassing. I want to make it demoralizing.
Wow. Well, Jod, tell Jared we need to get him on here tomorrow night, 9:45, if he wants to come on. Hey, Jomi, we're excited. Your boys are not going to be down there. These fights are happening right in the heart of the most busy time of the year for us. And Mike is in fucking Pennsylvania on orders right now, and his AT doesn't end until the day after your fight. So, or 2 days after
2
your
days
fight.
after. Yeah.
So you won't see us, but we'll be watching, of course. Everybody that watches this show will be watching, of course. And best of luck to you for sure. One of the best fight cards of the year. Absolutely. And we're excited for it. There it is,
Cannot
guys.
wait.
BKFC 62, 3 title fights. And Jared and
A lot of
Jomi will
good
be the
fights,
first
too,
of
on
the
that
3.
card.
Oh, a
Yeah,
lot
you
of
know,
great.
tell me this isn't kind of funny, right? The co-main event, I have more knockouts than both fighters have wins. Make it make sense.
Here's the only. I was wondering the same thing, and I think what it is both the main and the co-main have sitting champions right now who are defending their title, and you two
Yeah.
are fighting for a vacant. That's the
Right.
only thing that I can think that is the reason why it's lined up like that. You two are basically the third main event, but it's really a feature fight fighting for a vacant title, and then the co-main where a 135 belt gets defended, and then the main event where the 145. That's the way. That's the way I'm thinking.
You got. There's a little something there. But
I-
you know, Dave, Dave Feldman, boss man. You know, after I win this title, because we all know I'm gonna win this title. I want a main event. You know, I'm gonna be 10-1, 2 titles, two times. Give me that main event. You know, it's gonna be crazy. And give me a big name. You know, well, or I say, boss man, send me to Japan. I want to fight in the Saitama arena, and you could tell Ryzen it doesn't matter who they bring at 185. They're getting fucked up.
Well,
Yeah,
I
that would
would
be fucking
listen.
awesome.
If you take home the 185-pound strap,
When I take home.
when you become a champ, there'd be no reason on God's green earth to not put you in a main event with a 10-1 record and a belt on you. So best of, for sure, man. Come on, let's be serious.
Come on, let's be serious.
Hey, thanks for coming on, Jomi. We'll be watching. Best of luck on June 21st. Thank you for always being cool on this show. And Mike, you got anything else for Jomi?
Ah, man, just Kyle said it all. Wish we could be there. Thank you for coming on tonight and allowing us to get the little back and forth going with the coaches too. It's like a whole bunch of things going on here. It's really fun. It's really fun. I can't wait to see this, man. That card is unbelievable. There's more fights on that card that we didn't speak about today, but we will get into it later on, probably tomorrow night. But man, hey, thank you for coming on. Yeah, you're one of my faves, that's for sure. Because I don't know, I think that you have like I don't know, your personality. You got to let it out even more, man. You got to do more because I feel like you got a lot to offer. So you
Especially
know,
when you're on those magic mushrooms, stepping into other dimensions.
right. Yeah. You're always talking about anime and all the different shows and stuff. Like, I feel like you know all the jokes, all the memes and stuff. I feel you could do so much with that. You could get such a crowd, like a good there's a certain group of people that love all that shit. Like in my work, man, everybody loves all that same shit. So like the military crowd, they love memes, they love all that shit. So
I'll tell you what, this walkout, this whole theme for this championship fight would definitely up that stock and bring a lot of 90s nostalgia. And Jahad, let me correct you, my boy. It's not the Megazord, man. Like he said, oh, he could bring the Megazord for all I care. Like, bro, it's not the Megazord. Get it right. I'm the Green Ranger. Bro, I summoned the Dragon Zord. Yeah, that's who I summoned, the Dragon Zord. That's who's gonna come out and break into the Hard Rock Stadium after I beat your boy. So all that Megazord talk, no, I don't need 5 different Power Rangers to make one fucking Megazord. No, I just have one, the Dragon Zord.
Nice. I hope I do see the Dragon Zord. We're going to see the Dragon Zord June 21st. Can't wait. It's going to break right through, bust the freaking neck off that guitar. And, man, cannot wait for it. Jomi, listen.
Hey, You
Can't
guys are
wait
gonna
to
be
see your
here.
walkout. Can't wait to see your fight. Always great having you on, my friend. Take care, and everybody else, stick around because we have a little bit to talk about. We have a couple of pictures. We have a picture of Jomi to give away, and we have a picture of Bryan to give away. So, hey, let's go. Take it easy, Jomi.
Later, Joey.
I am going to announce the location here. This location is it's really truly unbelievable. There's going to probably be, I would estimate, between 30 and 40,000 people watching this event live. It's going to be. I mean, I'm so thrilled for the partnership here. It's happening in South Dakota. Give you a little hint. It is at the biggest, I guess, motorcycle rally entertainment event in the world. It's going to be at Sturgis. So we're doing our first event ever, August 3rd at Sturgis. That'll be Taylor Starling versus Britton Hart. A couple of our fighters are going, but also major boxing world champions and major mixed martial arts world champions from all around the world are going to be at this Sturgis event. It's going to be sick. It's going to be unbelievable. It's a stacked card, and I really can't wait for it. It'll be the most amount of people that ever watch BKFC live in attendance at once. And what do I always say about how we get fans?
When they see it live, and you're 100%
Get them to a live
correct.
event.
Sturgis, buddy.
Sturgis.
Yes.
Bike week and bike rally. Jesus Christ, dude. Like you said, 800,000 people go there every year. It's like it's like 10 days long. The actual like bike week is like the 2nd through the 12th or something like that.
Yeah.
I've never been to it, but I can't imagine what it's going to be like. And I'm telling you, they dropped that main event. And I made this graphic, right? I made this graphic accentuating the fact that they're two very beautiful women. There you go. Fighting at Bike Week, right? And I said, the American dream. Two hot girls, motorcycles, controlled violence. This is like the American way right here, right? This is fucking beautiful. Before I made this graphic, I contacted both of these women and I said, hey, what do you think about me making something like this? You know, playing off the American dream idea with the Bike Week and two hot girls and violence and this and that. And they thought it was the fucking greatest thing. They said, hell yeah, I made it.
Who the hell doesn't think it's the greatest thing?
I sent the proofs to them.
Mine.
I sent the proof to them before I fucking post anything. I'm not a fucking asshole. I'm not just going to make something like that. I did it. They loved it. They wanted to collab on it. We posted it. That thing is so fucking hot right now on the internet. What drives me fucking crazy is down in the comment section is there are those 5 or 10 percenters out there that feel like they need to police the fucking internet and be like, well, this is not a good look for you guys. If you know what, you could have done better for the sport of, you could do better for martial arts. Okay. Listen, I wasn't trying to be a crusader for martial arts here. I was
martial arts. Fair enough. Martial arts.
I was trying to promote a main event of a bare knuckle fighting event at a Bike Week in Sturgis, South Dakota. You fucking tool bags. I just had to get that off my chest because these two girls, man, if you go to their Instagram pages, they are proud of the way they look. They post stuff about the way they look all the time, right? But they're also extremely high level bare knuckle fighters in the 115-pound division. This is a great fight. This is a perfect event for them to fight at. I know that Big Ben didn't want this to happen because he wanted her to fight Poe Denman, but you know what?
Oh.
Unfortunately, getting Poe over here or getting Britain over there isn't the easiest job in the world. So this is the one that made sense. And then there was a lot of people there, you know, I've heard people saying that she doesn't deserve a title shot after one fight in the strawweight division. But we all know that she beat the former #1 ranked fighter in the strawweight division, who actually the fight before her fight was for the title. So I think it makes sense. Beautiful business move. What do you think, Mike?
I love it. I love it. I wanted to see it. We've been talking about it. Who cares about those people you're talking about? I sure as hell don't. And it's not gonna. I will not lose. That is not like I care less about them than misspelling a word. I'll tell you that right now.
Right.
And I was just looking for it, and I couldn't find it. I was looking, so it's probably somewhere around here, and I might have overlooked it. But I was looking. I didn't see anybody talking shit.
They're in there. If you got, I think you got to go like into, or maybe they're hidden, like because sometimes
Oh, it's the hidden ones.
it could be hidden. I don't know,
Hidden
but there was like
comments.
one was like,
No.
is this porn? Is this porn or is this fighting? One person wrote that, and then Britain's fucking
Yeah.
awesome. She goes, "Well, it's not porn. I will, I am."
Porn. It's
Yeah.
girls in bikinis. Is he? This person is like locked up or something. What the hell's going on here? Porn? What the
and then-
hell are you? A
then-
Bible beating freaking Christian or something? Like
There-
porn? It's someone in a bikini, sir.
There was the
Go to
dude,
the beach. Did
you know
that guy
the
go to the
guy-
beach and take a step onto the beach and go, "Oh my God, what is this? Porn?"
there's that dude that calls her sis all the time. That guy in one of the comments said, "You guys are better than this, but you're also great fighters. Good
You ever
luck or
see
whatever."
that guy's page?
Yeah.
Okay. I digress.
I digress. Well,
anyways, let's get to the giveaways here. Let's do this quick because Mikey has to take a pee-pee. We have I have a couple of pitches here. Let's start with Duran. I did put I think I changed the question on you, Kyle.
Okay, yeah, good, because
I put a question in here. Okay, so let me find it. Let me find it. All right. So for those that are watching, and if you're if you're a fighter, like I like to say this, if you see El Gallo all the time and you can get him to sign something for you, please try not to steal this from the fans that watch the show or want something to put up on, their wall in their house. So here is a signed El Gallo picture courtesy of the Extreme BKFC fans page. Russ Maxim, thank you so much. The question is, El Gallo has 6 KOs. Who did he knock out the fastest, and how long did it take? So I want at least the last name of the fighter. You can do both, and then also the time that it took for him to knock said fighter out. Let's go. Let's go. Gotta go right now.
I would have to look that up myself. Like, I don't even know the answer, to be honest with you.
I need the name and the time. The name and the time together. Do the Googles. Googs.
The
Google.
Googies?
Googies.
Do you googly? I bet you didn't think I knew what a you googly was. If we don't watch it, we're going to be writing our own you googlies.
Yep. It is, I will tell you the easiest way to do this is to go to not even BKFC website. You go to the Box Rec, they'll have it right there. Yeah, because you get the time. They put the times and everything right next to it, right next to the person, the weights, like everything's there. Boom, boom, boom. So it is not Tovey. It is not Tovey. Bryan has a much faster knockout than that. Tovey was 1 minute and 15 seconds.
I'm looking it up right now.
It is faster than that. Yes. You're looking it up right now, Kyle. It's
I am.
Yeah, it was at the time he did it so fast that it's definitely, there's been so many knockouts that were very fast, but I think when he did it, it might have been like the third fastest or the fourth fastest knockout. But yeah, it
Oh, yes, I do know this one. Yes.
There it is.
Yep, there it is. You got the winner right there, Jason. Boom. Kobe Bowen. 15 seconds.
15 seconds. That is correct. That is
is faster.
He just ran across as soon as they said, knuckle up. Bryan just came off the line swinging. Bowen like backed up into the ropes, and then he cracked him, bam, and then Bowen dropped, and that was it. That was all she
And
wrote.
Braden Tovey was 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Yes, 1 minute,
A
15,
full minute longer. A full minute longer.
So there you go, Jason. You won
this
that
one here.
and
This next one is a Jomi Escoboza photo. Congratulations to you, Jason, and thank you to BKFC Extreme BKFC fans page, Russ and Country, for always doing what they do and always taking care of the audience members here. You got a picture of Mr. Escoboza, Mike?
I do. There it is.
Now, this question here, you have to know Jomi, and you have to have watched several interviews with him on our show to know where to start with your guesses on this one. Okay, here you go. What was Jomi Escoboza's favorite TV show during his childhood years growing up? What was Jomi's favorite TV show? If you tell us who that is, you get that photo.
Who it is?
What that is, what that TV show is.
Oh, I thought you gave away a hint there.
No, it's not a who. It's a what. Name the television show that was Jomi Escoboza's favorite growing up as a kid.
Baywatch.
It was not Baywatch. The Celtics won again, 3-0, baby, 3-0 in the finals. Woo-hoo.
Oh, so they didn't play last night?
No, they played tonight.
Oh,
they were.
Somebody was like, "Oh, the basketball game was on last night." I was like, "Really? I missed it."
No, they played
SpongeBob.
tonight. Not SpongeBob, guys. Come on, we talked a little bit with him tonight, and you listen to some of the things he says. He references a lot of certain types of. Well, Power Rangers is more towards the realm. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't want to give too many clues away here.
Give them clues away.
Okay. It's a cartoon. It's a type of cartoon. It's a type of cartoon. Yep.
Okay.
He's 33. I think I know, Jason says. I mean, Jason already won one tonight, but I don't want to win two things though. So it's a cartoon. It's not Ninja Turtles, but Ninja Turtles is
top of my list.
Is a martial arts type cartoon. Getting closer, guys. Think Japanese. Think maybe the most popular anime television show ever fucking made. Maybe.
Yeah.
Shout out, let's go, boy. Shout out, let's go, boy. That's what I'm saying. Maybe the most popular.
Karate Kid is not a cartoon.
Power Rangers is not a cartoon.
Not a cartoon.
Oh my god, I didn't think this would be that hard.
Cartoon. Like a very famous cartoon that's like still popular to this day.
It's still popular to this day. Oh my god.
And if I'm right, Kyle.
No, Pokemon. Oh, wait. Do we give Jason, or is he giving clues?
Is he giving clues? I don't know.
Jason, are you giving a clue, or are you, because you didn't write it out, so are you giving a clue so that somebody can win this goddamn prize, or do you want it? Write it out for me, and maybe you get it. There it is. Jay Davis with the Dragon Ball Z.
Someone's gotta get it.
That is the answer. Dragon Ball Z is the answer. Ba-boom. Jomi Escoboza's favorite TV show. That was.
And if you see him prepping when he gets ready for his fight, he's actually acting out.
Yeah, he did he did like move for move before his last fight. He like mimicked. Who was he?
I don't know if it's Goku.
Was it Goku?
I think so. I've seen the show a bunch of times, but I never really got into it myself. But my friends used to watch it all the time, so I do know. And I'm pretty sure it's Goku, but I could be wrong.
There you go. Hey, that's what. Megan, my sister says, "What the heck is that?" It's only the most popular. It's probably
Yeah.
if not the
Pokemon is
most
definitely
popular.
bigger than it.
Yeah, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, they're all right up there, though. You know what I
It is
mean? Like
huge.
Dragon Ball is fucking huge. All right, hey, that was awesome. I really enjoyed all three guests tonight.
Yes.
The heat in the main event June 21st is some pretty serious shit. That is I know I said it a few times earlier today. It's worth going back and watching Kai and Bryan on Social Show because
Yeah, it was really good.
I usually hate that kind of shit. I hate when they just have two fighters on and just have them argue with each other. We try to stay away from that as much as possible on the show. But that one was good. This was entertaining. They were fucking going at it. It's so funny because of the clash. It's the total opposites in personality. You know what I mean? Like, Kai kept saying, "Are you done? Are you done, dude?" That was pissing me off. I'm like, Kai was doing a good job because I'm taking this week. I was taking this class on temperament, like to read the different temperaments of human beings. Right? Humans have 4 different types. There's 4 different categories of temperament, and those two guys are definitely in opposite color categories of these. And I think that Kai knew that Duran is kind of the loose cannon one over here, and this one is like they're color coded. So if I'm not going to say the colors because if you knew the colors, it would be fucking hilarious. But he knew that if he kept saying, "Are you done? Are you done?" You could see Bryan getting more and more fucking pissed off, like you motherfucker. He was like I was feeling for Bryan. I was like, oh, if I was arguing with somebody and they kept going, "Are you done? Are you done?" I would have been like, oh, just like he was, man. It was firing him up. It was fantastic. That was great. Thank you to Bryan Duran for coming on and giving us some time. Tune in tomorrow night, everybody, because we're going to have Kai Stewart on first guest tomorrow night. Thank you to Pat Brady for coming on because I think that he could be a real force in that heavyweight division. Very cool guy, very skilled fighter, powerful. Didn't start fighting pro till he was 38. He's very young in the game, even though he's 40 years old. Like,
damn,
he's a fucking beast. And then, of course, Jomi, as always. Is a pleasure talking to Jomi every fucking goddamn time. So
yes, it is.
Tomorrow night we have 2 guests. Let me just pull them up. I just told you the first one, and we have Kai Stewart and then Luis Villasenor, who's going to be fighting Brett Field in Temecula at the Pachanga Casino at BKFC Fight Night Pachanga. Villasenor versus Brett Field. So we're going to talk about Villasenor tomorrow night. So with that said, 2 guests tomorrow. Go to buckedup.com. Use the promo code Mike and Mish 20. Get 20% off your purchases. And get over to LIV Dynamic Instagram page. Hit the link in their bio. Become a patient in 20 seconds. Help them out. They help us out. Mike, do you have anything else for the people in the world?
Nope, I'm all good. And look right here, I have Pokemon. And actually, if you can see this, Pikachu, right? Pikachu with a Santa hat and a minion. See, that's what my kids do when I leave. They put things in my luggage.
Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if the army would just like throw a picture on the wall or like a fucking poster or something up just to like break up the fucking
cinder blocks.
Break up the insane asylum vibe that you have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you talk, it just
wood and cinder blocks.
Yeah, it's fucking.
It's actually
crazy.
Not a bad place to be honest. But anyways, that's
See you tomorrow night, Mike.
I think.
Hey, go get some sleep, dude. Peace.